Oh no.
Comfort games. They're games that we generally go back to time and time again. There can be a myriad of reasons as to why we cherish these games, whether they're the general consensus or maybe a personal one. We all have our reasons, but how? How do we find comfort in these games? Why do we keep coming back to them? Why are they important and why do they matter to you the most? These are the questions that have been plaguing me these past few months and well, I'm here to talk about it. So, take your cozy blanket, get a cup of hot chalky milk, and enjoy this very short but tolerable yapping of mine. Comfort is a very diverse word that can be used in a lot of situations, but in the context of comfort games, well, it's a lot. Like, a lot. Some time ago, I asked you guys what your comfort games were in a community post of mine. Well, two, actually, because the post got doubled for some reason. But either way, your responses have been very helpful and surprisingly very diverse. You know, when people talk about comfort games, a few games usually come to mind. That being Stardew Valley, Core Keeper, A Short Hike, or even the godforsaken horror game disguised as a sandbox that is Minecraft. That game was terrifying when I was a kid. These games are usually being praised as the ideal comfort games. And the majority of you watching right now would agree with that statement because these games are packed to the brim of content, with most of them being very easy to do. You aren't really in a rush when you play these games, there's no strict time limit in doing the things that you want to do, and you won't be locked out of stuff that you missed just because you passed a certain progression point. You can take your time and the game will go with the pace that you're going at. These games are comfortable to play. But that's just the tip of the iceberg because honestly speaking, there's a lot more than meets the eye. Comfort games can be identified into three categories: the familiarized comfort, the cozy comfort, and the third one that I'm gonna be mentioning later. Now, the interesting thing is, comfort games are not exclusive to a single category. Depending on the person, the same game that they're playing could be a familiarized comfort game, or it could be a cozy comfort game, or even both. A lot of people find warmth in the games they play no matter the way they play it. For example, games that could be categorized as a familiarized comfort game would be games like Dark Souls, Hades, Cyberpunk, or GTA 5. I know, you're shocked. I am too, but the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. These games have a non-linear progression tied behind them, as well as a wealth of content and story or lore that you generally have to go through repeatedly on multiple playthroughs. Fortunately enough, the non-linear progression that these games have means that every time you go through a fresh start, so long as you don't stick with what you've already encountered before, it would be a fresh new experience. But after multiple repeated playthroughs, a lot of info that you've gathered from past runs would be used to your advantage. You'll know every secret, every hidden enemy, every material needed, and every overpowered weapon hiding behind a boss whose patterns you've memorized to a T or through a glitch that you can easily exploit. This form of familiarity is comfortable for a lot of people. Being able to just boot up a game whenever you feel like it and easily cruise through the entirety of it without breaking a sweat brings a sense of comfort and relaxation that would normally deter a lot of people, considering that most of these games tend to be complex and sometimes difficult. Then, the funny thing is, these games can sometimes be cozy comfort games as well. Like just going for a drive in Night City while I really want to stay at your house is playing in the background, or just going for a stroll and looking at the scenic views in Skyrim Oblivion. It's all about perspective. Not Dark Souls though. Maybe some people are into the depressing atmosphere that it exudes, but yeah, not my thing. And then there's Cozy comfort games. Games like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley again, Slime Rancher, or even that old-ass game from the first Plants vs. Zombies era, Insaniquarium. That was my go-to back in the day. They're all games that you can just easily pick up after a long day of work and just go to town with it. They're satisfying, even if you're not doing the most insane tasks possible in those games. Just building a simple farm, going fishing, or hunting for some bugs that you might or might not need, it's all so comfortable to look at, paired with the music, the ambiance, the simplicity of each task that you— oh shit, what the hell is that? Yo, not my guppies, man, what the— they're games that you can just relax and enjoy the vibe. But these games can also be games that can be familiarized with, whether you've already memorized the Easter egg locations in Stardew, making your first iron armor within the 10 minutes of playing Minecraft, or maybe you're trying to get all the trucks in Euro Truck Simulator. And again, it's all about perspective and how flexible a game is. This is why we keep coming back to them, because we know what to expect from playing these games. Whether you're there for the nostalgic feeling you haven't felt in a long time, or just trying to find a way to relax after life gets a bit too rough to deal with. And that's one more thing. People play these games because of our situations, our lives. Life can be a bitch, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We want to be freed from these stressful situations, even for a moment, to just forget about it. A temporary retreat, if you will, because it eats you up inside if you don't. Most folks just bottle up their emotions, and that bottle will be shaken, thrown across the room, and be hit with a baseball bat telling you that it's a home run. And the pressure starts to build up, and slowly but surely, cracks start to form. Eventually, that bottle is gonna blow up one way or another. And that's where comfort games come in, to make it stop for a moment. Let it rest. Let those emotions fizzle for now. Or you could do the opposite and pop that cap right off. Sounds like a bad idea, right? Yeah, it just might be. Hey, you think this gun is any good? The shotgun?
Which one? Shotgun? Doesn't really matter. It's a gun. It needs to kill, and that's it.
You know what? You're right. Cathartic comfort games are games that are essential outlets for de-stressing. Not to say that the other two categories are for stress relief, but more so that these games give you a safe place to vent out your more intense emotions. Hey, sometimes life just gives you a 1-2 slap in the nuts and it gets on your nerves. Playing these games is one way to blow off some steam after you got yelled at by your boss for dropping a pen in the workplace. These games make you feel like you're in control. Like instead of being the protagonist who has to struggle a lot just so they could beat the boss that was giving them a hard time, you're the boss battle. And these cannon fodder are nothing against the force of nature that is you. Games like these also require intense focus and demand your full attention, making you less susceptible to thinking about anything that might stress you out. It's just a dandy good time to pick up your controller and just go ham on everything you see. The experience of just mowing down countless poor souls that have the unfortunate timing of being in your way is just satisfying. There's no need for things to make sense or for anything to have some grand meaning. I came to kill. I came to shoot. And if you aren't gonna provide that, then I'm coming after you. It's incredible just how diverse comfort games are. I mean, cathartic comfort games can also be categorized into familiarized comfort games. I'm not sure about cozy comfort games though, unless you find tearing through hordes of zombies as a cozy thing, then you do you, man. It's crazy to think that there's this huge array of games and an equally huge array of people who find these types of games as comfortable. And that's what makes these comfort games so damn important. It's because of us and the lives we lead. Games are meant to be an outlet of fun and excitement, something that you couldn't find in your day-to-day life. They're meant to bring us joy in the times where we need to be happy. It's tiring to go about your daily life and deal with the stress, the worries, the doubts, and the frustrations that come along with being in this fleeting existence. But, well, either way, I did ask for your guys' comfort games and why they feel special to you. Maybe not the why they feel special to you part, since I only really asked what games you guys were interested in. But hey, you can comment on this video down below as to why your comfort games matter to you. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well. It'll help me a lot. Now, quite a few of you have expressed your reason as to why you pick those specific games as your go-to comfort games. And you know what? I'm here to share my own. Now, everyone and their mother has probably played Minecraft, at least once. It is quite literally one of the biggest and well-known games out there, known for its ability to make you feel like you can be creative in the way you want to. Paired with the fact that nostalgia plays a huge role in that, seeing as this game is probably older than your younger sibling. I play this game a lot, like at least 2 months each year. I just boot it up, rent a server, invite some friends, pick up a mod pack that I found on Captain Sparkle's YouTube channel one day, and just go to town with it. I mean, just recently, part of the reason why my previous video took a while to upload was because at least 30% of my day was playing Minecraft with a friend. It's really nice to just go back to every once in a while. But that's the thing. It's always every once in a while. It's never when I'm stressed out from stuff and I want to pick it up, or I just suddenly have a craving for it every week or so. It has never demanded any attention from me. Because honestly speaking, I have trouble playing Minecraft by myself. It's really dull and tedious, and as one of you have said, it doesn't feel rewarding. And honestly, the way Minecraft is right now is fine, but I can never make it into a comfort game that I adore because it just feels lacking to me. And I honestly can't pinpoint as to what that lacking part is. That is until a friend of mine bought a game one day from a Steam summer sale, and it was a simulator game. No, not the ones where they have a blatant simulator lodged into their title, the same way a casino has a neon and bright lights so it always catches your attention. No. It's a hunting simulator game. A simple one, actually. The Hunter. Call of the Wild. Look man, I don't know about you, but this game just hits the spot for me. So to give you a brief overview, a peculiar overview as I might add, this game is a hunting game. Oh, no shit. The basic premise is to get a gun and shoot whichever sorry scoundrel dares move in front of you, but yeah, it isn't really that simple. Animals can smell your scent when you get too close, so they usually run away. Running makes noise, walking makes noise, crouch walking makes noise, and even crawling makes noise. Besides that, the type of gun you need to use matters as well, as which bullets would work best for which animal. Otherwise, those rounds that you randomly bought from the shop ain't gonna pierce that moose's thick-ass dump truck, and it would just end up running away and ramming straight into you. That's happened to me several times. There's also trying to hit an animal's vitals and making sure you don't miss it. Otherwise, again, losing your prey is gonna be the least of your worries. I know, the game is a lot and it's probably not up anyone's alley since, well, the game has a lot of microtransactions. Like, holy shit, Batman. There are a ton of items in the shop that honestly should be in the base game already. But I guess this is their way of keeping the game afloat since they still keep making content. Even though the game has been out for a while now, they're still behind microtransactions. Anyways, that's not what really made me get into the game. It's more about the vibe. You know, back in my earlier years, I would look forward to fun and exciting stuff, like a hyperactive Labrador who was coked up with 15 pounds of meth. I would just read drama mangas and watch some raunchy ass anime like High School DxD or Keijo, or just generally be the most extremely volatile lakaritsura you'd see in your life. My imagination would run really damn wild, to a point where some people would view me as a special child. Over time though, I calmed down, and with age I slowly realized that the thrill and excitement that I once used to seek didn't really make me happy. It was instead the quieter side of life that made me feel alive. Camping, fishing, hiking, outdoor activities that make you feel refreshed and relaxed. Sitting by a lake as the forest reflection becomes more refined in the water as the sun slowly rises. I love these moments. They're calm, relaxing, and peaceful, away from all the drama and the worries that life tends to throw your way, and it's even better with friends. You just can't get enough of it. It's beautiful, and that's why my comfort game is this silly complex hunting game. Walking through this beautiful forest and fields with the amazing views that you get every now and then, it's reminiscent of real life. One moment you're hunting a deer and trying to find its tracks, scouring through the entire forest, and then another moment you're just soaking all the scenery in. A surreal ambiance that encapsulates every moment you spend in this game. It is everything to me. Of course, real life is better, but this is also good. Life can have a lot of ups and downs. Others feel the down more than the ups, and the rather fortunate feel the ups more than the downs. And I know that this phrase has already been used so many times, but it is what it is. Life is overwhelming, and there's a lot to take in. Anything and everything can easily pile up, and the baggage you carry might be too heavy to hold on to. That's why some people seek comfort in games, and why they're so important to their day-to-day life. I know it's important that we face our reality, we face our struggles, we face the things that come along our way. But sometimes we just want that pause, that moment of clarity that every person seeks, and honestly, it doesn't really just extend to games. Other forms of media and entertainment can work too. Reading a book, watching a TV show, playing some board games with your friends and family. They're very mundane and insignificant things from a narrow perspective. But looking past all that scrutiny, it just becomes things that you will cherish when you reminisce on the happenings that you've experienced in life. That's why we keep them close to us, as these little pieces and moments of happiness are meant to make us whole. They're a part of us. No matter how stupid and ridiculous those moments may be, fiction has always given us a sense of comfort. And in the form of games, well, comfort games, they can bring solace to our tired and weary souls. So, keep pushing forward. We're all in this together.
Take your hand and guide you through all the steps one takes to move on to a place.
Hey there. This video felt a bit personal near the end to me. And that's only because I wanted to celebrate getting to 6k subs. I was supposed to celebrate this when it was around 5k, but well, what can I say? It took me a while. Thank you, guys. Genuinely. Getting to this milestone just feels surreal. I genuinely didn't think I could get to this point, but again, thank you for all of your support. See you next time.